every week here on YouTube for you all. My name is Barb Mulliken. My blog is barbstamps.com, and it must be 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, where I live, and 4 Pacific. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm very excited. I have some cute things to share with you. At least I think they're cute. And of course, since it's Easter on Sunday, I thought I better don the Easter ears again. So yes, I have them on. They actually make it really nice to do my hair. I don't have to do my hair so great with these Easter ears on because, you can't see all the gray. I'm definitely due for a color job. But yeah, so the ears got that all covered up. So that's really fabulous. I hope you guys are doing something fantastically fun for Easter. We will be heading up to Billings to have dinner with our family up there. So that will be nice. My daughter said she's going to come home this weekend, so maybe she'll go with us. I don't know. Sometimes when she comes home, of course, she has to go back to school on Monday. So we probably wouldn't get home until like later Sunday night. So she probably won't go with us. She'll probably just be here tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday morning, and then we will leave around 11, I guess, to go up there. And then she'll probably leave to go home. So that's pretty exciting. So I know that all of you are excited to get a Peepers update. You'll notice that there is no box over there anymore. I have no little duckling in my house. Peepers left on Friday of last week. My son did take him and gave him to his friend. I think it's girlfriend, but he won't say, so there you go. We don't know. And apparently she was very excited about it. From what I understand, they have some land. I mean, they have some space, and apparently she was very excited to get Peepers. And I asked him if they kept the same name. He said yes. He said his name is Peepers. That's what it is. So that's good. And then he also told me that Peepers is now eating whole peas rather than chopped up peas. So that's pretty exciting. So, well, I do miss him. I mean, it is kind of sad. He was a lot of fun to have around, honestly. But I honestly don't think I would like to have a pet duck. Just saying. I did, however, read on the internet when I was trying to just gather some information about ducks and whatnot. Some people do have ducks as pets. And did you guys know they make duck diapers? Yeah, you heard me. Duck diapers. I would love to see somebody put a diaper on a duck. Now, I haven't actually looked on YouTube. My guess is somebody has a video on how to put a diaper on a duck. So I guess that's a possibility. I did read that they are expensive. What that means, I do not know. If it means like they're $10 per diaper or $1 per diaper, I don't know what that means. But apparently you can get diapers for ducks, which, I mean, I can totally understand because that thing pooped a lot. It pooped a lot. So yeah. So I'm sad that Peepers is gone, but it's better because I just could not take care of a duck. It's just not in my wheelhouse to be a duck caregiver. So yeah. So while I did miss him and he was a lot of fun, he was also very cute. He was small. And so I would imagine, as like any pet, and not that you don't love your dog when your dog gets bigger, but they are so adorable when they're puppies. And so ducks are so adorable when they're ducklings. So anyways, yes, Peepers has a new home, so that's very exciting. Okay. I don't think I have any silly son stories, which, I mean, I shouldn't, because he had like 3 in a row within a matter of like 5 days. So he should mellow it out for a little while, honestly. I hope. He is a teenage boy. So there you go. Oh, Deb says if you have them in the house, they should have diapers. I just can't even fathom that. I can't fathom it, Deb. I just can't. But obviously it's a thing and people do it. So, more power to them. And I believe Peepers could have been my pet because he loved me. He did follow me all over the house. Well, not all over the house. I didn't let him upstairs because there's only carpet up there and I did not want duck poo on my carpet. All the way, in my stamp room here and all the way back into the laundry room is all like flooring, that you could easily wipe up the duck poo. And so that's what I did. So anyway, Yeah, I will be getting my hair dyed next week. Of course, unfortunately for me, it's the day after I go live, so it's next Friday. So I see a lot of you guys are talking about ducks. I have to now pull my iPad down here and read the comments. Uh, oh, Polly says they have chicken diapers also, which I guess makes sense. Cynthia says changing duck diapers, no thank you, and I totally agree with you there, Cynthia. No thank you. Okay, a lot of you were just asking me about Peepers, and so we had the Peepers update. It was very fun having him here. We had a massive snowstorm here on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. The wind howled at like 45 miles an hour. The snow was coming down. I think we had about 7, 8 inches here, and the drifting was horrendous, just absolutely horrendous. Up in Billings, where my dad lives, I think they got like 10. It was snowing like 2 to 3 inches an hour, which I mean, in some places of the US, 2 to 3 inches an hour is not a big deal. But in the middle of April in Wyoming and Montana, that's not really a thing here. We don't really like that much. So we did have a horrendous storm. Of course, the storm came and went, and it was sunny today, about 22 degrees. So we can handle that. So yeah, yes, it was very cold, Kathy. So okay, I'm looking at the comments. I think we're good. All right. Gosh, I don't really think that I have any other. I mean, I always think of stuff later. I'm always sitting here going, "What do I know? What do I know?" And sometimes I know stuff, and sometimes I don't. And right now, I can't think of anything that I know. So there you go. Except that I really think I look cute with these ears on. What do you guys think? Maybe I should just wear them all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I won't. Okay, I want to flip the camera. I want to share with you some cards that I've received in the mail from you lovely people. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Those of you that think about me and want to send me a card, I love that. Thank you. Like anybody else, I love getting mail too. So there you go. So I will share with you those cards. I'll share the cards we made last week. I'll share a little bit of housekeeping information about what's going on. And then we will get to stamping my fantastic projects. Oh my gosh, Bonnie, I didn't realize there's 99 people watching me. Holy cow. That's like incredible at the very beginning. So let me go ahead and flip the camera, and then we'll get busy here. All right, so I always have to do this because I put it into a totally different holder. You guys probably that are regulars on the show know that I have to do that. I have 2 different things that hold my phone. I know it's dumb and I should get a totally different system, but it is what it is. This system works for me. It's cheap. I didn't hardly pay any money for it. And I feel like I can be an amazing stamper without all that fancy technology. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Okay, I'm going to take these ears off because if I don't, they're just going to fall onto the desk anyway, and clip my hair back so that I can see what I'm doing. And I want to first share with you some of the cards that I got in the mail because they're amazing. Oh, Cynthia is saying smash the like button. You're so sweet, Cynthia. Thank you so much. And the thumbs up. Oh my gosh, you guys are so nice. Thank you. I got this beautiful card from Joanne. She was I don't want to show her address. Sorry, Joanne. I hope nobody saw that. She participated in our spring retreat, and she wrote me a very nice note, and she has fabulous penmanship too, Joanne. That's really nice penmanship. My penmanship is horrendous. So I wanted to thank you so much for this card. I love it. It's beautiful. It uses that amazing thanks bundle, and then the layering vellum in the back. So very nice. I got this card from Courtney, I believe was her first name. Yes, Courtney. I don't want to show her address, and sometimes I don't know if people want, me to show the insides of their cards. I don't know. She also was a participant in our retreat and is sent me a card to say thank you. So we had a fantastic time in the retreat, you guys. And those of you that were in it know how much fun it was. And we do try our hardest, Dina Kelly and I, to make these events, the most amazing things that you could ever attend. So I'm glad to know that you guys appreciate that. So I have this fantastic card from Barbara. Barbara's one of my team members, and she always sends out holiday cards. She is so good about that, and I'm always on her list, and I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much, Barbara. I got this one from another one of my team members, Hope. So Hope used the iconic dies on her card, which are fantastic, and the Stitched with Whimsy dies that give this fun little detail on your cardstock layers. So very fun. All right. And some of you guys are saying it's a little bit blurry. I'm looking at my own iPad and it's completely clear for me. So I have to guess it's your internet that's causing you problems, and not mine, because mine is looking good. So hopefully no one else is having any problems. I've seen a couple of you girls. I hope that's it. And then I got another card from another one of my team members. This is from Shanna. She sent me this adorable Easter card with a bunch of our punches. We've got the double ovals and we've got a little bunny butt. This is a flower. And then we've got some circles. And then look at those for the little toes. She used those super cute little pearls that we have. So again, thank you guys so much for remembering me with your cards. I appreciate it so much. And now I have 2 stamp sets that I'm going to give away during the live today. These were graciously donated to me by Lisa Gilroy. So thank you so much, Lisa, for donating these. I appreciate that so much. And I think what I'm going to do, you guys, is I am just going to randomly look at the comments and just pick some people to win. So keep me in check. If I don't do it by the time I start my 3rd project, remind me, okay? Remind me. So I have 2 of them to give away. I have the Calming Camellia and the Touch of Ink. These were celebration sets, and they're both brand new. And that was just very sweet of her. She reached out to me and asked if I would want them to give away. And I said, absolutely, I'd be happy to give them away. So there we go. We've got a couple stamp sets to give away. So I'll put those off to the side. And again, remind me if I don't remember. Okay, here are the projects I made last week for you guys. This is one using the Honeybee Home bundle. This is a bundle that is my class to go in the month of April. I'm using this. Now, most of you know that I have a horrid fear and ick factor with bees and wasps. It's mostly wasps. Bees, I know we need. They're amazing, and they don't sting just because. Wasps are kind of like jerks. And they do. And I had a wasp infestation in my stamp room here for a couple of years before we finally figured out where they were and how to get rid of them. And it was horrible. Every day they'd be flying around in here and they'd just freak me out. So anyways, I'm trying to get over my horrible bee. Bonnie, I know. And I did an Iconic Dies bundle, class, and I did not use the bee. No bee in that class. I'm trying to get over my ick factor and I'm trying to use this. So last week I did use the bee. I'm not a fan of it, but I think it looks nice on the card. There you go. All right. I also did this kind of diaper wipe technique with our brand new in colors for you guys last week. And the in colors are amazing. I love every one of them, which kind of leads me into a little bit of a segue. If you aren't aware, I do an in color club every year. And what that entails is if you join the club, you pay $43.99 a month. And then each month I send you one color with a whole bunch of stuff like the stamp pad and the refill and the Stampin' Write marker and the twine and the dots and the tea cards and the ribbon and the glimmer paper and the DSP and the cardstock. And then you can add the blends if you want. So I do have a link to that in the description of this video. If you want to register for that, please do. I'd love you forever if you did. Okay. So, and then our last card last week was this fun kind of shaker card where it's kind of hidden on the inside. You don't see it because of the way you cut your full sheet of cardstock. You can cover the back of that up. So you can have a cute little shaker card and then you can't even tell on the inside that it is a shaker card. So there it is. Okay. Yes, I'm going to miss Peepers too, Mary Jo says. I know, Peepers was amazing. I loved Peepers. Oh, somebody said they got stung above. Oh, gosh. Tess, I'm so sorry. See, wasps are jerks. They're complete jerks. Yeah. I honestly don't even understand what purpose do they serve. They don't pollinate anything. Do they eat bugs? I don't know. But I hate them. Oh, good. It looks like Polly got her viewing situated. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for helping her. I appreciate that very much. Those of you that are coming in late, asking about Peepers, he has gone to his forever home. My son took him to his friend, which I believe is girlfriend, but I don't know because he won't tell me. And apparently she was very happy to get Peepers and has some property. And so Peepers is going to have a good life. And Peepers is eating full-size peas now. So nobody's having to cut those up for him, which I kind of miss doing that because he did love them. Anyway. Okay. So like I said, the Honeybee Home is my class to go for the month of April. The cardstock kit and supply kit, you can get all that for $45, or you can just get the whole kit or the whole bundle and the kit for $102.45, and you can add the Hive folder for $11.25. Okay, gosh, sometimes words are hard and I lose my train of thought. All right, so our online class for the month of April is a fun fold class. And oh, Bonnie says that they prey on many insects. Okay, fine. They can prey on the insects outside of my house. Get out, 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 which is where they are now. So yay me. Anywho, it's a fun fold class. It uses the Dahlia Days bundle, which I am going to be showing you guys in a little bit here because I got a really cute card using that. So you can get the whole shebang, which is a whole bunch of goods for $108, just the pre-cut cardstock and supply kit $48, or just the online only. Like if you don't live in the US and you want to participate in the class, you can do the online only version for $25. So, and the fun folds are amazing. And of course there is a video on every single one of them. So even if the fun folds are a little bit confusing, it'll be amazing because we have videos for them. All right, so I saw something. Let's see. Okay. Yes, wasps are terrifying, Lisa. They're just horrendous. I hate them. My tutorial library. I did just add 3 more classes to this today. So you can check it out on my blog at barbstamps.com. There's a link in the top banner when you get there, or you can go directly there by this link here, or you can get it from the description of this video. So there you go. All right, so I wanted to let you know, the Iconic Sunny Sentiments, I did this class a number of months ago, and I still have 3 kits left. If any of you guys are interested, here are the 3 cards that I made, and they are amazing. So you would get the pre-cut cardstock to make all the cards, you get the directions, the videos, all that stuff, and then you would make these amazing cards. So the cardstock supply kit is $45, and like I said, I have 3 of these left. The Borders in Bloom class we did a couple of months ago, and I have, I think, 4 of these left. So just trying to clean up some house here, make some room for some new classes. Of course, we always have to talk about Stamp Happy Academy because it's amazing. And those of you that are on here know how amazing it is. And you can get a membership for as low as $19.95. And that includes 4 online classes a month. So every single month since we started, we have been adding online classes. So we add 4 every month. We've had 48 over the last, from January to December. And then we've added, let's see, January, February, March, another 12. So there's like 60 classes on here that you have access to for your fee. Now, if you want live classes, you can get the extra here. For the live is $20. You can get both for $34.95. So great deal. All right, adhesive kits. I always talk about these. My pricing is going to go up a little bit with the new catalog because the price of some of the things are going up. But I'm also going to add black dimensionals to this kit. So I'm going to add 2 sheets of black dimensionals, the small and the big. And then everything else is in here. The tear and tape, the regular dimensionals, the seal, the glue, liquid glue, glue dots, adhesive eraser, all that good stuff. So I will have those in these cute pouches, of course. Trying to throw all this stuff out of the way. And then I always have cards for sale. If you guys are interested, I have a lot of cards. I sell them for $25 for a pack of 20, and then priority shipping. So there is a link in the description of this video for that if you're interested. Okay. Oh, Raylene says this is her first time watching me live. Yay, Raylene. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys want to like share and like and comment, Facebook likes that. Not Facebook, YouTube. What are we doing here? We're on YouTube. Okay. Here we have a bunch of paper. We're going to make a really cute card, and we are going to, ooh, Janet says she loves her adhesive kit. Yay, Janet. Thank you so much for saying that. We're going to be using the Dahlia Days bundle. Oh, I don't have the dies over here. I mean, we don't need them because I already have the stuff cut out, but, and then you may be wondering, wow, Barb, what is that? This is a brand new set of dies. It's called the Fabulous Frames dies, and we are using the largest one on our card today. And now I typically don't use new items that you guys can't purchase. However, as a demonstrator, we get the chance to pre-order items out of the new catalog. And so if you are not a demonstrator but would like to become a demonstrator, you can sign up to be a demonstrator during this period, and you can add these brand new items to your starter kit. So that is why I do bring a few of these items in every once in a while during this pre-order period, just to let you girls who may be thinking about joining Stampin' Up! Know that, hey, you can join Stampin' Up! With me and you can add this amazing set of dies to your kit. Okay, so this is what this big die does. It cuts out this fun frame, which has a lot of detail in it. As you can sort of see, there's a lot of score lines. There's a whole bunch of little dotties here. And it also cuts out this centerpiece. Now, what's really cool about this is you could have your frame in one color, and then you could run it through again, and you could have your inside be another color. So that's really awesome. And then, of course, these other dies, I don't know anything about them yet because I haven't used them yet. This is the only one that I've used so far. So that's what I have cut so far, along with the large image from the Dahlia's, I think it's the Dahlia's dies. I don't know. They probably have a name. I don't have them sitting here, so I can't remember. But anyways, it's the Dahlia Days bundle, and these are the dies. So we have this large, fun, detailed piece. Then I am also, wait a minute. Where is my piece of Designer Series paper? I cut a piece of Designer Series paper, not this tiny one. Did I stick it? Did I stick it in here? I did it out of the neutrals pack. Oh, I did. Here it is. Because all these packs of cardstock, or no, DSP, that are in like our collections are all $6.90. They're 40% off. So that is a really good deal. So I took the basic gray paper and I decided to use this piece here. And so I cut this to 3.5 by 4.5 because this frame measures 3 3/4 by 5. Perfect size, by the way, Stampin' Up! Because that's a card layer that I usually use. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to kind of add these things together. So I'm going to add the die cut. So I'm going to flip over my frame. I'm going to bring in, what do you call this thing? A silicone mat. And then I'm going to bring in some adhesive. So this is a little tiny glue bottle that you can get on Amazon, and it has this nice metal tip. It comes with this little pin that you can keep in there so it doesn't get clogged. So I am just going to run this. I gotta shake it down. And I just added, I guess I should talk about it. I added our multi-purpose liquid glue to this bottle. I did not have any problems filling it up. I just unscrewed the lid and just squirted the glue right in there. I filled it up about 2/3 of the way to start with. And then it gives a really nice skinny bead of glue. I'm always afraid when I'm squishing glue, I don't want to squeeze it too hard that it comes out in a big blob, but I think I might need to push my pin back in there again. All right. So we're going to squeeze out some glue here. It's got a pretty nice little skinny bead. And I do have these linked below if you're interested in them. Okay. So I've got a skinny bead of glue all the way around. And so I'm going to take my die cut and I'm going to kind of hover it over the top so I can see where it's going to end up going, because I kind of want it to cover the whole frame as much as I can anyway. Okay, and now I'm going to flip this over. I know, Dana, isn't that true? The paper, $6.90 for like 40 sheets? Yeah, 40 sheets. And all of our packages, the brights, the neutrals, the subtles, the regals, and both of the in-color collections are on sale. Okay, so we've got that done. So then what I'm going to do is, now I have this piece of Designer Series paper that I'm going to cover over the top, and then I'm going to trim off the edges. So I'm going to take my glue again, and I am just going to get a very skinny bead of glue, and this is really a nice dispenser. I really like how this glue comes out. It's just a tiny little bit, but it's like the perfect amount. You don't need, you know, a whole bunch of glue most of the time. You just need a skinny little bead here. There we go. And then I'm going to cover this so that it just covers the opening. I'm going to lay that down so it covers the opening. There we go. And Sue says she loves those tiny glue bottles. I know, Sue. When I discovered them, I was like, oh my gosh, these are so amazing. So that's what we have now. So we have a fun detail behind the die cut, which just gives your card a little bit of interest. So now all I have to do is just take my snips and I just go along here and just trim off all of that excess. Works pretty good. Now, I do have an alternate plan here. If you don't have, you know, these kind of plain patterned papers, and you just kind of want to make your own design, I am going to quickly kind of show you what you can do. Let me get all these bits off here because that's going to bug me. You guys know. All right, let me put my pin back in my glue. Oh, you have to be able to see the hole. Okay, there you go. Oh, Nicole says she loves her adhesive kit too. Thanks, you guys, for saying that. I appreciate that. Whoops, I missed this. Okay, so if you don't have designer series paper, but you want to add some detail to, you know, the layer behind, what you can do is use one of our doilies or any of our decorative masks. So this is one of our vellum doilies. These are, let's see, where's my package of doilies? Here it is. These are on sale for $4. There are 24 of these in the package. And as you can see, I do have a mark on mine. This is like up, okay? And so what I like to do with my stencils or my decorative masks is I like to use something called pixie spray. This is a repositionable adhesive. It is also removable if you need to remove it. You can use hand sanitizer or soap and water. Honestly, I don't even really always clean them off just because I figure, what does it matter if I clean it off or not? I'm going to use it again, so it doesn't matter. But you can if you want. So I have sprayed the back of this doily with my pixie spray. And so I can then place it. As you can see, I already have some detail there. And so to add a little bit more detail, I am going to stick this down again. And now, mind you, these things stick, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, so I'm going to just take some ink. I'm going to swirl my blending brush in there. And then I'm just going to add some ink. And you can see how nicely that pixie spray holds. So I don't have to do anything as far as worrying about it moving around on me or anything like that. It just stays really nicely. And so I do have this linked below. It is on Amazon. And if you do shop with any of my links below, I make a tiny commission, enough to buy like maybe a candy bar or something like that if I'm lucky. So there's no additional cost to you guys if you use any of those links down there. All right, so then you can like peel it back, see how you like it. If it's not good enough, you can stick it right back down and then go again. So if you didn't want to use the designer series paper, you could do something like this to create a pattern behind, and then you could stick that on there and then you'd have a nice fun design there. So I just wanted to share that little trick with you in case you don't have the designer series paper, or in case you hadn't heard about using pixie spray with masks, because it's amazing. Okay. So now what I want to do is kind of build up my card a little bit. So I'm going to fold this is basic gray. So of course it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm folding it in half. And like I said, this frame turns out to be 3 3/4 by 5. So I cut my layer of smoky slate 1/8 of an inch larger. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And so I'm going to add these together. And so now I don't need to really care about, how my glue is applied. So I can just go ahead and go crazy here. And so I'll have just a tiny bit showing, like 1/8 of an inch or so. Oh, Bonnie's keeping track of how many people are watching. Yay, there's 139, 140 some people. Yay, thanks you guys. That's all because of you guys liking it and sharing it and commenting and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so then I'm going to add this to the card front, and I'm going to use some dimensionals. And then we're going to do a little bit of decorating on here, which will be very fun. Oh, Cheryl, you're my best friend tonight. Cheryl said, everybody give me a thumbs up. And Kathleen says she just got those glue bottles. They are the best. They really are. And I like the fact that it comes with the pin, and not that you need, to buy something with a pin. You probably all have pins lying around, but it just I thought it was kind of cool. And I like the metal tip on it. That was kind of what really sold me on this particular bottle, was this little metal tip. I like that better than a plastic tip. Why? I don't know. I just do. Okay. So that's done. So now we need to add some fun. So I did do a card during our spring retreat, and I did use gray, basic gray, and Daffodil Delights. And I love gray and yellow together, I have discovered. I just don't find them to be a fantastic color combination. So we are going to do that. So I have already taken my Stamparatus and I have placed my stamps onto this piece of paper. I inked them up. I die cut them out very carefully so that now all I have to do is take what I call a blank, drop it in here. I got to find where it goes. All right, I think I had this figured out earlier today. Oh, right here. Drop it in there. So I need a couple flowers and some leaves. Okay. And I have found, if you guys have spots, a lot of our paper pumpkins come with spots. Otherwise, you can buy blank spots in the catalog and ink them up with any color you want. But spots are really handy for using your Stamparatus because you can just ink up a very small spot without trying to get a large pad in there. So you just want to make sure that your die cuts are placed back into the spots. And then we're going to press down with our little tool. And I made this. Some of you guys might remember that Stampin' Up! Used to sell cookie press things. So this is the cookie press handle. And then there was like little silicone things that you'd stick on this base and you could press designs into cookies. Well, I mean, I don't make cookies really anymore, you know, I don't know. But anyway, and so that's what I use. I just added some felt. If you don't have one of these, I think I might have a link below. If I don't, there's a link to my crafty favorites on my blog and you'll find it. You can use air hockey pushers also. Okay, so I need my take your pick tool. Where? Here it is. Sometimes I find that I can't use your take your pick tool to get these things out of the spots. And we're going to do that again because I need another flower, and I have a leaf already. I have some leaves already cut out, but we'll go ahead and get another flower here. Your pins are stainless steel. Oh, that's interesting, Cheryl. Thank you for the tip. I have no idea if mine is or isn't, but I do use mine pretty frequently. So I don't know if that will be helpful or not. I hope so. All right. So I'm going to press that down, and it's nice that this felt will slide on here, which is pretty cool. All right. So there is our other flower. We can get that out. We can close up our Stamparatus. And I'm going to close up my little inks here and get them out of the way so that they don't make a mess on me at all. Okay, so I'm going to bring my card back in. So I have my two flowers, and then I do have, oh, I needed another leaf. Whoops, I thought I needed another leaf, but I was probably talking too much. That happens. Barb talking too much? Oh, that reminds me of a funny story. When I was in the second grade, I won the Big Mouth Award. Yeah, I don't think that the teacher could get away with giving a child a Big Mouth Award these days, but I won the Big Mouth Award in second grade because I couldn't be quiet. So there's a little bit of history about Barb. And I will never forget that. And I don't know if it like scarred me for life or what, but I do remember it. I lost my leaf. It got stuck on the back. Okay. So now I am going to add my flowers. You guys are laughing. I know that's pretty dang funny, isn't it? And like I said, I think about it now, and I think about what would happen to a teacher if they actually gave a student a Big Mouth Award. I don't think that would go over very well. But my mother probably thought, yeah, I'm sure she deserved that award. Because I was always getting told to stop talking. Barbara, 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 stop talking. Quit talking. Yeah, so that was pretty funny. Ruth said she called her daughter Motor Mouth, and the daughter hated it. I can believe it. As I've gotten older, though, I've embraced my chit-chattiness because, you know, it is what it is. So you exactly, and that says set me up for YouTubing. Because when you're live, you pretty much have to talk a lot, you know, because otherwise there's like dead space, and that would be kind of boring. Exactly, Deb. You could never get away with that these days, but I thought it was pretty dang funny. Okay. So I'm going to add, I've got some polished dots here. So in our class, we are, of course, using the Dahlia Days bundle, and then we're going to use the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. We're also using the polished dots and the ephemera kit that goes with the artistic. No, yes, I think so. I think that's what it was. Sometimes I can't remember what I'm talking about. Anyways, these dots are part of our class. So for the leaves, I'm going to kind of, you know, do a little something to them just to kind of give them a little bit of a 3D effect. So I'm going to kind of pull up these two side leaves and maybe push down that other one. Sherry says she was the quiet one in school. I probably should have been, Sherry, and then I wouldn't have won the Big Mouth Award. Although I guess, you know, maybe I'm proud of it now. I don't know. Oh, I think about that every so often, and it just makes me laugh. Okay. Let's see. Bonnie says, I had a teacher that called me up to her desk, took out her scissors, and cut my bangs. She thought they were too long. Oh my gosh. Could you even imagine that happening now? Whoa. No. No, that would never have happened. Wow, Bonnie, that's crazy. That is crazy. Cynthia says she was not the quiet one in school. So we've got some troublemakers on here, and we've got some not troublemakers. I love you all equally. Okay, so I added my leaves. I just added a little bit of glue. I did try to fluff these up a little bit. They aren't quite as fluffy as I would have liked, but maybe I didn't do such a good job of the fluffing. I'm going to try to use my fingers to just kind of roll them a little bit so they're a little bit better. Oh, Sue says she's got a blizzard outside. The weather is crazy, you guys. Okay, we've got that. Now I have a... Well, let's see. This is going to go on the inside. Oh, here's my sentiment strip. So this is a 1/2-inch strip. Doesn't matter how long because we're going to end up cutting it. But I've got some basic gray here. And this says, actually, I don't know. I can't read upside down cursive. So we're going to find out what it says here in just a moment together. You made my day. That's nice. All right. I'll do that. Snip that off. Carla says she was told she was ornery. I know. Can you believe all the things that we... And of course, you know, back then it was just like, okay, you know, the teachers were in charge and, you know, they were in charge and we didn't argue with that. And it was what it was. Today, you know, yes, there's arguments. I'm going to kind of pull that up just a little bit so I can add my little sentiment piece because I want to kind of tuck it under just a tiny bit. Okay, there we go. And then I already have some other little pieces cut. Now, some of these I'm going to use and some of them I'm not. I have these tiny little flowers. One of the dies in the set is these tiny little flowers. They are so cute. And I'm going to add a couple of them to the edge here of my sentiment. And I already put the polished dots in the centers of them. But I thought, oh goodness, come back here. I thought I needed a little bit of something down here. Oh, it keeps wanting to stick on me rather than my paper. Stop it. There. Okay. And then the last one, I wanted to add one right up here. So I'll just put a little blob of glue. I had a whole bunch of these things. Well, here's one. Oh, I found it. The one that I was looking for. So I'm going to press that on. I'm going to add another little polished dot to the middle. So here's the front of the card. The front of the card is done. So now I need to do the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and run some seal on this strip of designer series paper. And I'm going to leave, this is a 3/4 inch strip, so I'm going to just have it just be slightly above the base here, the bottom, good Lord. And then we'll add this to the inside of the card. Someone says they have this die, but they haven't used it yet. You should use it because it's really a fun set. And there's like 2 flowers and 2 leaves, so you can cut out multiples at the same time, which is really nice. Now I also did, there's another little flower in this set, so I did cut that out. I'm going to add a little bit of glue, and I'm going to stick that right down here. I'm going to add a dot. So it's in the center, and I realize you don't always put embellishments in the center of the card, but these are so flat that it's not going to make any difference. Somebody said that my cousin had this written on her report card. There was a little girl with a curl in the middle of her forehead. When she was good, she was very, very good. But when she was bad, she was horrid. Oh my gosh. Isn't that like a nursery rhyme or something like that? I vaguely remember there being a nursery rhyme that was talking like that. Anyway, I could be wrong. What am I doing? I'm looking for my other sentiment. Oh, here it is. And here's my ink over here. So we're going to ink this up. And there. So the front says, "You made my day. Thank you for your kindness." And then we have an envelope here. And what am I going to put on that? How about, I know what we could do. I wonder if we could do this. Let's try this. I'm going to try leaving this flower in the Stamparatus. And so, okay, here's my envelope. I want my flower to be right here. So I'm just going to kind of cover this, but not, so you can see how there's some sticking out, because I want it to look like random. I like things to be a little bit random. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to see how this works. We're going to ink that up. What does case mean? Case means copy and share everything, Polly. So that just means someone's going to copy my card, and that's the most, it's the, what do you call that? The sincerest form of flattery. Yeah, so please go ahead and case my card. So there we go. That worked out pretty good. All right, let me put this stuff away, and then we will move on to our next card. So I'm going to clean some of these off, just so when I put them back in my bucket, they don't get ink on anything else. But wow, that really turned out nice. I am really happy with that. That is just a really pretty card. Yay. Okay. Let me put that aside. And the dies and the dots and the ink. What else do we have here? More ink. I might need this ink later. I can't remember if I designed something else with basic gray. It is quite possible, because basic gray is amazing. Okay. Now, let's bring in stuff for our next card. And while I'm going to do that, I'm going to shameless plug for my In Color Club. Those of you that may have just joined us, I do have an In Color Club that I offer every year when we have new In Colors, which is, of course, every year. And you can get all the information on my blog via a link in the description of this video. And basically what it is every month you pay $43.99, and then you get all the, like you'll get one color, say Tahitian Tide is your first month. You'll get the ink pad, the refill, the marker, the cardstock, the designer series paper, the ombre glimmer paper, the baker's twine, the dots, and I can't remember if there's anything else. Oh, the tea boutique cards. There's a lot of stuff. And so you'll get a different color each month until you have all 5 colors in 5 months. So shameless plug. All right. So I was looking through my stuff, thinking to myself, what am I going to demonstrate for you guys today? And I found these 2 fantastic products that are actually retiring. So these are the hand-penned Memories and More cards and the hand-penned Memories and More cards and envelopes. And they go together really well. They match the hand-penned bundle along with the hand pen designer series paper, but the designer series paper is gone, you guys. It's already sold out. So if you really love that stuff, I would highly recommend getting the cards or the cards and envelopes. So these cards, there are a bunch of them. I don't even remember, because when I first got this, I destroyed the packaging, so I'm not sure how many come in here, but there's a ton. So there's a bunch that are 3x4. That's these. And they're double-sided. Some of them have sayings on them, sentiments. Some of them don't. A lot of people use these for scrapbooking. Me, I'm not a scrapbooker, so I don't use my cards for that. You also get some little sets of stickers. There's 2 of each. They're the same. So you can have some little labels with some sentiments already on them. Are they all full packages in your bundles? Deb, I don't know what you mean exactly. Can you elaborate a little bit? Are they all full packages in your bundles? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that means. So, okay. So this morning I pulled these out. I haven't used them for a while. I pulled them out and I just started making cards. So I'm going to show you some of the cards that I already made, and then we're going to make a couple. So here's one that I made a while back. So I took this card. You get 2 of each card in the set. So I took this card and I just cut it off a little bit. And I just added it to some pale papaya cardstock that I had run through one of our embossing folders, and then added another card on the side there, and then a little knot of ribbon. So the stamping was basically done for me for this card. I'm going to move these out of the way. Then I made this one. Literally, this was just one of those larger 4x6 cards. Oh, my in color. Oh, okay. No. Deb, they're not all full packages. I mean, obviously you get the stamp pad and the marker and the refill and the baker's twine, but you get a half a pack of cardstock. You get 4 sheets of the designer series paper, 2 sheets of the glimmer paper, 2 Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. You get the full amount of the matte dots. So you basically get enough to do something with. So that makes sense. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So that's what it is. You can get all the details on my blog at barbstamps.com if you have any other questions that I don't answer for you while we're live here. So this was one of the full-size cards. I just cut off the edge, stamped thanks, and slapped it on a piece of layer of black with a bow. This was a card that I just then put a little banner of black on some Highland Heather cardstock, added a sentiment that says thanks, and then the pastel pearls. So, I mean, these are so simple. Here's another one. This is the 3x4 card that comes in the pack. This is the card and envelope. So I do have the envelope that goes with that. And then I just added this little banner and a piece of pale papaya cardstock. Here's another one. This one I cased from a demonstrator in the UK, where this was a black and white card. Let me find it here. And I just colored it with my blends. Isn't that cool? Actually, I think it might be on this side. Here, yes, here it is. So this is what it looked like. It was black and white. I just added color with my blends and then made it fantastic. So there you go. Oh, you guys must be talking about the thumbs up. Oh, you're so awesome. Thank you guys. Again, I appreciate it. So again, you can have your envelope. And then I'm going to make a couple of quickies for you here while we are live. Okay, so the first one that I have is so stinking easy. You're just going to be amazed. Okay, so here is the card of the cards and envelopes, right? And here is one of the cards that comes in the Memories and More cards. Pretty awesome. So I just cut this out of the Misty Moonlight background, and that's what I have now. How pretty is that? Basically done. I then brought in a little bit of our mint macaron. Oh, the giveaway. Yes, Polly, thank you. Okay, you guys, I have a Touch of Ink stamp set. I'm scrolling through here. And Deb Burkholm, I'm just going to randomly throw your name and I'm going to give this to you. So, Deb, I do need you to email me, Barb at barbstamps.com with your address, and I will get this out to you. Okay? So, Deb, you get that one. And then let me roll through my comments one more time and just randomly pick somebody else. How about Eileen? I don't know how to say your name, Eileen. Eileen Taduski? No. Oh, I don't know, Eileen. I've butchered it already. I'm terribly sorry. But I'm going to write it on here. So, Eileen, you are going to get the Calming Camellia. And I'm going to spell your name right on this. ESCUCCI. Okay, Eileen, also, I am going to need you to send me an email, barb@barbstamps.com, with your address, and I will send this out to you. So, yay. So thank you again to Lisa Gilroy for sending me those. That was super nice of her. She just randomly contacted me out of the blue and asked me if I'd like to give them away, and I said, of course. So thank you, Polly, for reminding me. So we got that done. Yay. Okay. I have this mint macaron velvet ribbon, and so I just cut myself a couple of little chunks off of that, and I'm just going to add those right here behind the card. And you know, my favorite way of attaching stuff like this, Scotch tape, because it works really well. Okay, so I do need to stamp a sentiment, so I did grab the best year stamp set. This is a retiring stamp set. It is still available. There are a lot of stamp sets that are already sold out, you guys. I could not believe. Every day I check the list and I'm just like, wow, that's just craziness. Okay. I need to stamp this down here. And if I remember, let's try that. Happy birthday to you. Look at that. A card is done. So, wow. And these cards are just beautiful. And obviously, you know, like you don't have to use the back sides of these. Like I said, I'm not really a scrapbooker, so using those as a scrapbook thing is not going to work for me. So I just like to make cards, and the most cards I use are happy birthday and thank yous. I do obviously use other cards. Sympathy is another one, unfortunately. But I'm going to purposely scooch this over to the right a little bit, just so I don't have to have it in the middle, because I didn't feel like I could. So there it is. Look at that. How simple was that? That's crazy simple. And then I have one more using these goodies that I wanted to show you. And where's my little package of papers? Oh, here it is. Okay. So here's the card base. And then I have a piece of Highland letter. Good Lord. Words are hard sometimes. And then I have this card, this beautiful Highland Heather. I don't know what these flowers are, but they're beautiful. I need a trimmer. So I'm going to cut this down. And now I can't remember what it's supposed to be. So hold on. I cut this. So my layer here is 5 3/8 by 3 3/8, which means I am cutting this to 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to mostly cut off the top. Not completely, but a lot of it. So 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom, not a whole lot. And then this needs to be 5 1/4, I said. So I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. And then I can just layer this onto this piece of Highland Heather that I already cut. And look at the back of that. It says, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." Apparently that is a quote by Lady Bird Johnson. That's what it says on here. I didn't know that. But again, I wouldn't have used that side for anything, but this side, oh yeah, absolutely. This is beautiful. Okay, there we go. And then on the little sticker sheets, where's all my stuff? The sticker sheets, there are these little labels. So this one is a white label. So I'm going to ink up my little thanks here. Oh, thank you, Deb. She says she loves watching my YouTubes. That's awesome. I love hearing that. All right, let me see if I can get this in the center of that. Ugh. Yeah, I think that worked out all right. Oh, Eileen says she has that. Okay, no problem, Eileen. She wants to give it to someone else, and that is perfectly fine. Let me just roll through here again, and we will pick someone else. How about Michelle Ford? Michelle, would you like this stamp set? I hope so. And if so, Michelle, please email me, barb@barbstamps.com, and give me your address, and I'll mail it out to you. Okay, thank you, Eileen. That was very nice. All right, Michelle, we'll throw that off to the side. So I've got my little label here. So I'm going to bring in the Highland Heather ribbon. This is 40% off, you guys. Look at the sparkle in that stuff. It's like $3.60. Yay, Michelle is happy to get that, Eileen. Thank you. That worked out great. That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to flag this just a tiny bit and do that. Oh, whoops, I need to go the opposite direction. That is silly me. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to bring in a silicone mat because I need to, because this label is sticky. So these are stickers that are on these sheets. They're all sticky. And so I'm going to lay my ribbon out and then I'm just going to stick that on there. Okay. Oh, I'm using my gigantic scissors. Okay. Then I am going to use some dimensionals. There's got to be some dimensionals in this mess somewhere. Here we go. I'm going to use a couple of minis. I'm going to put them on the sides of the ribbon, so I don't want to, increase the thickness if I don't have to. Okay. And then got ribbon bits. I'm going to just set this right up here. Oh, how is that possible? Get off there. Okay. There we go. So pretty. Now I have to tell you guys, this is kind of funny. I was kind of looking for an embellishment. What am I going to put on here? And I found these. And they're not exactly the perfect color, but they're going to work good. So these are, what are they called? Playing with Patterns Resin Dots. And these are also really cheap. They're $4.80. And you've got Coastal Cabana. You could use these for, I find, to be daffodil or bumblebee or crushed curry. And these, I think they look fine with the Highland Heather. They look great with fresh freesia. So they're just kind of a fantastic, fun little thing here. So I'm going to grab a couple of these little guys. And I'm just going to set a few on here. Maybe right there. So I'm very excited that Michelle can use that. Yay. That's awesome. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to add that to this, and then it's done. So simple. And these cards are so pretty. They have nice white insides, so you don't have to add any sort of other layers to them. They're ready to go. You have the envelopes also. And look at that. I don't even know how many cards you could make with these. You could make a ton, like a literal ton of cards. Okay, so within an hour today, I came up with a lot. So I came up with these two. Oh, here's another one that I was kind of working on, but I hadn't figured it out yet. This is another one of those little cards. I cut one of these. Well, I cut this down a little bit so it would fit on this Stitched So Sweetly scallop. And then I have this, but see, the design goes the wrong direction. So I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do with it, so I haven't finished it yet. But anyway, so yeah. So I'll bring the other ones back. So we have that, and we have this, and we have this, and this, and that was just like in an hour. I made all these cards in like an hour. So most of the work is already done for you with these little cards. So yeah, so that was fun. I enjoyed doing that. All right, let me put all these back in the bucket. Well, I guess I need to keep a couple of them out so I can bring them back in at the end and show you what we did. Okay, let me clean up my mess. I got a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to put it all away. I'll just throw it in the bucket and then we'll deal with it later. We'll deal with it later, after dinner. I heard my husband come home, so he's probably wondering what's for dinner. Honestly, I'm wondering the same. You guys ever do that? Ugh. Seriously, making dinner is the bane of my existence. I literally hate it so much. Okay. All right, let me get the next thing here. Okay. Thanks, Tony. Tony says I did make some great cards. All right, so this next card is going to be using my, this is the Honeybee Home bundle. And of course, I left the dies over by my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But I'm going to be making a card using it. This is actually one of the cards that's in the class. So if you do purchase the class, this is one of the cards that you will make. If you purchase the kit, you will get the supplies to make it. So you'll get the Flowers for Every Season ribbon. There are 3 different ribbons in that collection. You'll get a half a package of these little gold bumblebees, a half a pack of the classic matte dots. You'll get some designer series papers, and because a lot of this stuff was on sale because it's retiring, I was able to get it at a pretty good price. There's like a lot of extra stuff in this kit that I'm not normally able to add to all my kits because of the cost. But you get a half a pack of the designer series paper. You get a 6x6 sheet of all of the shimmer vellums. Look at how pretty those are. Yay, I just love them. And then you get a quarter pack of, oh my, I've got my little thing stuck on my paper here. Let me get that off. And then you get a quarter pack of the Heart and Home designer series paper. Okay, so you get a lot in this particular kit just because a lot of this stuff is on sale. So I was able to really load it up with stuff. So the cost of the kit is $45. It includes all this product that I just showed you, along with a pre-cut cardstock kit, which I don't have here, but it'll be for all the cards. You'll make 8 total cards, 2 of each design. And yeah, okay. So I do have the other cards, and I will share them with you here real quickly. I don't want to give away all the surprises, but so we're going to make the card that I'm going to make for you today and these, and that's the sneak peek. So you'll have to come back and watch it and stop it if you really want to see them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're going to start out with a thick whisper white. No, basic white. Oh my gosh, old habits die hard. You guys, I had my 19th year anniversary last week on the 9th of April, and I totally forgot about it because I was doing my taxes. Ugh. Listen to me vomit. I hate doing taxes so much. But they're done. I don't have to pay as much as I thought, which is a good thing, I guess, but I still have to pay. Okay, so then I have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of fresh freesia, and I have run that through with the Hive 3D folder. This is actually a folder that is carrying over into the new catalog, so that is really cool. And then I have a piece of the patterned paper for my envelope flap. I always cut these to 2.5 by 6. I have a little piece of that same pattern, and I can't remember what this is. I think it's like 2 by 3 1/4. Yes, 2 by 3 1/4. And then you'll get a little die cut. I made my son die cut all these. He came down and helped me the other day, and I had him die cut a bunch of stuff for this class. So yay, that's already done. And then you'll get this little die cut piece. Then you're going to need to take your shimmer vellum and get yourself 2 of these little shapes. My anniversary is the 9th. My Stampin' Up! Anniversary is April 9th. 19 years ago on April 9th, I signed up to be a demonstrator. And then you'll get this long, you'll need this long one out of the fresh freesia. You'll also need to stamp this image from the stamp set, the long, and I call it hollyhocks. I think it's hollyhocks. The hollyhocks on white, and cut it out. And then I'm going to use some blends to just add a little bit of color to that. So I'm going to use my fresh freesia and a light Just Jade. Now you could probably get away with using soft succulent if you don't have the Just Jade. Is this light or is this dark? Yeah, this is light. Either way, I think the soft succulent would be fine too. But we're going to use Just Jade for this. Okay, so, and this is actually a pretty simple card, honestly. But I really like it. I like the fact that it uses purple. It uses that purple paper that comes in that set. All right, so now I'm just going to color the flowers, and I'm using the light freesia blend, which is fabulous. I have to say, I think freesia is probably my favorite of the 2021-2023 in colors. I really find myself using this one a lot. My second most used is probably Positively Pink, Polished Pink. Positively Pink retired 100 years ago. Polished Pink. And then the Pale Papaya probably. And then I like the Evergreen, but I don't use it very much because it just seems like it's kind of a Christmassy color to me. But, you know, at Christmas I did use it. All right, so now I'm going to come in with the dark, and I'm going to get the little buds. These would be the doll heads. If you guys made hollyhock dolls when you were kids, These would be your heads, and then you'd have your toothpick shoved into the flower, right? Okay, now I think I'm just going to go back over this with my same light, because I think I tried it with the dark and it just turned out to be a little bit too dark. So I just want to add a little bit of detail there. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to my little die cut here, but I'm also going to put these on there. So I'm just going to kind of build a little bit of a scene with these little things. I may end up cutting this. I think I'm going to. So I think I'm going to snip this like right here, here, and here. So I have like 2 pieces. All right, so hold on. What's really cool about this vellum is that you can add glue to it. Like a lot of vellum, you can see the adhesive through the glue or through the vellum. This one, I need to start holding this bottle upside down, storing it upside down so that the glue... All right, hold on. I'm going to squeeze it hard so I can get it to come out. Maybe I'll just get it onto my finger. There we go. All right. So anyways, you don't really see the glue. I don't anyway, through this. So I'm going to just add a little bit. And then I'm going to put this on here. Press it down. Okay, and then I'm going to get this one on there. So you're just kind of building a little scene. There we go. And we just need a tiny, tiny little bit of glue. Of course, I'm going to layer a bunch of things over the top of this, so you'll have some other things that will help keep this in place. All right, and I think I'm going to add this one a little higher. There we go. Ooh, Vicky says she embosses this shimmer vellum. That is awesome. I never even thought about doing that. I bet it looks pretty cool though. Add a little bit to that. I'm going to flip that over. And this definitely has a front side and a back side. The front side has the shimmer on it and the back side does not. So you can definitely tell, what side. All right, I got to pick these up. I don't have any nails, so I have to slide them to the edge of the desk. And let me get this one in my hands. And I'm going to stick that one up here. And if you wanted to, you could just cut 2. You don't have to just cut one and snip it apart. It's totally up to you what you want to do with it. Okay. Whoops, you need to get on there. Stop coming off. I think what I'm going to do is turn this over and then press it all down with my hand. All right, so then our little hollyhock friend. Yes, Polly, the shimmer vellum is on sale. I think it's like $9. Where is my list? Shimmer vellum. In color shimmer vellum. It's 20% off for $9.60. So again, that's why I could offer so much product in this class, is because I got so much of it on sale. Like the little bumblebee trinkets are like half off, or no, not half off, maybe like 20%. The paper, well, one of the papers was, the in color paper was like $6.90. The ribbon pack was on sale. Just so many things. It was amazing. Okay, so now we're going to add our fun hollyhock here. And you can see it's too long, but we're just going to trim it off. Just like that. Okay, so we have that done. So now we can kind of put everything together here. So we've got my thick white base, and I do like to use thick white when I make cards because it holds up a little bit better. Like if it's standing on a desk or whatever, it holds up a lot better. And so your kits will all have the, they'll have that in it. Okay, so I'm going to add this, and now I can just go crazy with the glue, so I don't need to, and especially since I've embossed this, I definitely want to use liquid glue. I just find that it holds so much better than other adhesives, so I really am a big fan. You really need a lot of different adhesives. It's like your husband's garage, he's got a tool for everything, and he doesn't use every tool every day. So that's what I always tell my husband when he pulls that, "Don't you have enough stuff?" I say, don't you have enough tools? Well, I use my tools. I said, well, you don't use every tool that you have every day. So don't give me that. And honestly, he doesn't really complain that much. But that's what I used to tell him before I actually, now that this is my job and I actually make a little bit of money at it. He doesn't get so, so uppity about it. I'm trying to copy my other card and where the placement of this is. But yeah, because, he doesn't use every tool in his garage every day. Well, I don't use every tool that I have every day, but I need every tool that I have. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're going to put that on like that. I'm going to get the white ribbon out here and I'm going to tie a knot. This is a little bit thicker ribbon, so I didn't really want to go with a bow because I didn't want to like overkill, the whole design here, but I felt like it needed a little something. So I wanted to add. So we're just going to tie it in a knot and then we will snip that off. Oh, thank you, Mary Ellen. Yes, please share the video if you guys can. That would be awesome. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you are so inclined. If you're enjoying this, please give it a thumbs up. And then, yeah, please comment. If you guys have questions, I am happy to answer them. If I know the answer, I will happily answer it. If you just want to chit chat, that's fine too. Because as I said earlier in the show, I won the Big Mouth Award in the 2nd grade, which means I can talk a lot. Oh, you guys are talking about your favorite tools. Yes, the take your pick tool is probably my favorite also, honestly. It's just one of those things that you just need it. Everybody needs it. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals, I think, this layer here. So we'll just put on 3. And then we are going to add a little bee. These little gold bees aren't so bad as like the stamped bees. And I know some people love bees, and I like what bees do for us. I think they're amazing, but I just don't like wasps. Okay, so now we're using that same technique that we did on the Dahlia card, where I'm going to stamp my sentiment on a little strip here and then add it to the card. Now I need my gray ink. Oh, here it is. Okay, and so this sentiment says, I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, I think it says such happy news. So we'll try that. Yep. I'm going to do again like I do. And if you guys can't do this little technique, we have that little banners punch that will do the same thing. I'm just lazy and don't want to get it out. And this always works really well for me. So that's why I do that. All right. Snip that off. And then I'm going to add this to the edge, because I just love doing this, bringing in the sentiments on the edge there and flagging the other end. I find that to be a pretty cool technique. Where's my bees? Bees are right here. So we will add a glue dot. Now these glue dots, for whatever reason, the glue dots on my roll that I just opened are gigantic. And so they're almost like too big. So if I roll it up a little bit, then it's a lot smaller. I just think one little bee right up there is going to be super cute. Then I do want to add something to the inside, and I just want it to be pretty simple. So I thought I would just bring in the hollyhock image and a scratch paper. And I need to move some things out of the way. All right, so I'm going to open up the card. Oh my, glue dots are flying around. That could be disastrous. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to stamp it a couple times. So I'm going to stamp it like once in the corner like that, and then bring it down a little bit. And then finally like a shorter one. So we have a little bit of interest there on the inside, following our whole theme here. And then last but not least, we're going to add our envelope flap. We're going to cover our envelope flap. And so I'm just using a very thin bead of the glue. I don't need it too thick or anything. And you just line this up with the fold line on the envelope. And this is a really good way, you guys, to get rid of all that designer series paper that you have, to justify you in buying more. I'm just helping you. I'm just helping you out here. Because if you use it up, then you don't have to feel guilty when you buy more. And, you know, we all want more because it's beautiful and we love it. And sometimes I feel like we're just natural hoarders of it. So I really try to use mine I mean, I'm just as guilty of it as everybody else. I don't always get it used up, but there you go. Okay, so that is one of the cards in my class for you guys. And then I showed you the other 3, so you can go back and stop the video if you want to see them. The class is amazing. You will not be sorry if you purchase it from me. The link is in the description of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel right down here. There should be a little subscribe button, and then there's a little notification bell that will let you know when I'm going to go live or when I upload new videos. So let me bring in the other cards that we have. So we have this one with the fantastic Honeybee Home Bundle, and then we have this beautiful Daffodil and Gray with the Dahlia Days bundle. So pretty. And then a couple cards that I whipped up in about 3 seconds, literally, using the Memories and More cards and envelopes and the Memories and More cards. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I always love doing this with you guys. It's so much fun for me. So I hope it's fun for you. Don't forget to share the video, like it, give it a thumbs up. I do go back and try to check the comments, and if there's something I missed, I will happily answer you. So yeah, everything is linked in the description of the video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys next week. Have a fantastic Easter if you celebrate that, and a fantastic weekend, guys. Bye-bye.